A 5-year-old boy is brought to his pediatrician's office by his parents after they noticed blood in his urine. His parents say that their child has been complaining of difficulty in passing urine and has lower abdominal pain. He seems more bloated than usual. On some occasions, he starts crying while passing urine, primarily because of a burning sensation. A urinalysis is performed, and the results are as follows. Urine pH 6.2, urine specific gravity 1.010, glucose negative, ketones negative, RBC 1 to 2 per HPF, WBC 0 to 1 per HPF, codes 2 to 3 HPF. The pediatrician believes that the boy has a bladder infection with a double-stranded DNA virus, which is the following condition is also commonly associated with this viral infection. A. Gastroenteritis. B. Painful dermatomal vesicles. C. Lymphadenopathy. D. Vascular rash. E. Plantar warts. The correct answer is A. The patient has hemorrhagic cystitis caused by an infection with adenovirus. One of the most common conditions associated with adenovirus is gastroenteritis. Adenovirus is a double-stranded DNA virus. Adenovirus has approximately 52 serotypes, of which 11 and 21 are most often associated with hemorrhagic cystitis. Other conditions that are also associated with adenovirus are acute respiratory disease, epidemic keratoconjunctivitis, and pharyngoconjunctival fever. Adenovirus can be spread through respiratory droplets, fecal-oral contamination, and direct contact. The most common acute respiratory diseases caused by adenovirus occur during the spring and winter and are easily spread in daycare centers due to respiratory droplet spread. Other affected populations include military recruits and college students, usually within dormitories. A sore throat, cough, fever, and rhinorrhea are the most common symptoms associated with adenovirus infection. Tetrabronchial bronchitis, bronchitis, bronchiolitis, and pneumonia are also associated with adenovirus. Acute hemorrhagic cystic affects children primarily between 5 and 15 years of age. The infection has a predilection for boys more than girls. Hemorrhagic cystitis is also commonly observed in immunosuppressed patients. Dysuria, increased frequency, and bladder fullness are the most common reported symptoms. Gross bloody diarrhea occurs on rare occasions. The first symptom to subside in this case is hematuria. This condition is self-limiting and patients are usually treated with supportive measures. Infantile diarrhea is the most common gastroenteritis reported with adenovirus. A breakout in daycare centers is often reported. However, with diarrhea, rotavirus is the most likely pathogen. Serotypes 40 and 41 are the most commonly reported types of adenovirus associated with gastroenteritis. Watery diarrhea usually subsides in several weeks. Complications such as intussusception and mesenteric adenitis are rarely reported. Option B, painful dermatomal vesicles are associated with the varicella zoster virus and most commonly associated with the activation of a latent infection in the dorsal root ganglia. Patients who develop dermatoma vesicles usually have a history of chickenpox and occurs predominantly in people during the 5th and 6th decades of life. Painful vesicles develop in only one dermatome. Oral acyclovir has been used to treat shingles. Option C, lymphadenopathy can represent an infection that causes lymph gland swelling as the white cells in the lymph nodes function to eliminate the infection. Epstein-Barr virus, which is also a DNA virus, can cause lymphadenopathy, along with a sore throat, fever, and fatigue. Splenomegaly is also observed in some cases. Option D, vesicular rashes are associated with several infections of the DNA virus, varicella zoster, is the most common cause of a vesicular rash. Varicella zoster can occur during shingles as well, which is associated with dermatomal pain. Chickenpox infections are characterized by fever, pharyngitis, malaise, and rhinitis. Chickenpox infections are primarily observed in the pediatric population, which has not been immunized. Aspirin is contraindicated in chickenpox infection primarily due to the association with Raynaud's syndrome. Option E, the most common cause of plantar warts is the human papillomavirus. Human papillomavirus is a double-stranded DNA virus. Human papillomavirus infection can occur at the sites of injury. Sites with poor hygiene, individuals with a weakened immune system, and by direct contact. Plantar warts cause significant pain and discomfort while walking. Learning objective. Adenovirus is a double-stranded DNA virus. Adenovirus has more than 52 serotypes that cause virus types of infection, the most common of which is a respiratory disease. Fever, sore throat, and rhinorrhea are common symptoms. Acute hemorrhagic cystitis occur more commonly in boys 5 to 15 years of age. Increased urinary frequency, dysuria, and bladder fullness are the commonly reported symptoms. Gastroenteritis, mainly in daycare settings, is also commonly associated with adenovirus. Most of these conditions are self-limiting and only require supportive care for treatment.